This video is brought to you by Hobbs Shaw. Own it with over 80 minutes of bonus content, including an alternate opening and deleted scenes on digital October 15th, on Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD November 5th. This film fires on all cylinders, delivering great action, heartfelt moments, and plenty of laughs. But did you know there was even more quality footage left on the cutting room floor? Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we'll be looking at 5 awesome deleted and alternative scenes from Hobbs & Shaw. For this video, we're looking at some of the best footage and alternative cuts from the 2019 Fast and Furious spin-off Hobbs & Shaw that didn't make it into the final version of the film. Family Tree. While it's known for its fast-paced car chases and unmatched action, you can always count on the Fast and Furious franchise to deliver some pretty heartfelt moments as well. Early on in the film, we're shown a scene between Luke Hobbs and his daughter Samantha, who's trying to figure out the mystery behind their shrouded family tree. While Hobbs doesn't budge any further about why it's mostly empty, in this extended scene, we're given a deeper insight into the relationship between him and his daughter. Samantha tells her father that she's worried about him, especially since her mother has been gone for so long, and she doesn't want him to be alone. Despite Hobbs' reassurances to her that he'll never be alone as long as he has her, this scene greatly alludes to the fact that sooner or later, he's gonna have to patch things up with his estranged family. Alternate opening. When the movie begins, we're introduced to both Hattie Shaw and Brixton Lore, and their encounter sets the film's plot in motion. Immediately following this setup, which ends with Brixton tempting fate, we are reintroduced to our unlikely duo of heroes. We're shown a side-by-side comparison of Hobbs and Shaw both going about their daily routine, highlighting the various similarities and obvious differences. In the alternate open, however, the film saves the Hattie-Brixton face-off for later, and instead kicks off with Hobbs and Shaw insulting one another, followed by the split-screen sequence. The final cut might function better in terms of narrative flow, but this alternate open wonderfully sets up the antagonist dynamic between these two begrudging partners. The car chase dialogue. After rescuing Hattie during Brixton Lore's surprise attack on the CIA office, Hobbs and Shaw are left with no other choice but to escape from the enhanced super soldier. What follows is a high-octane chase through the streets of London, with Brixton hot on their tails. While this scene in the movie is played mostly straight, in this extended version, we're treated to the goings-on between Hobbs and Shaw as they find themselves in this tough predicament. The two argue about who saved who, among other things, but it reaches a critical point when Hobbs fires his gun without warning. We all love it when Hobbs and Shaw are at each other's necks in a battle of words, and this banter adds a new comedic layer to an otherwise fantastic scene. Siva Tao. After finally making amends, it's up to Luke Hobbs and his family to take on Brixton Lore and his soldiers in an all-out war. Upon Brixton's arrival, he's treated to a Samoan war dance known as a Siva Tao by the Hobbs family. Though this scene is quickly interrupted by Brixton in the final cut, in this extended version, he surprisingly allows them to continue it, going so far as to stop his own soldier from interrupting. Although this moment eventually plays out the same way it does in the film, it's an awesome scene that gives actor Dwayne Johnson a chance to display his cultural heritage. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Cliffside Walk. Following the defeat of Brixton Lore, in the final cut of the film, Hobbs, Shaw, and Hattie are very briefly shown walking along a sea cliff before the credits roll. This deleted scene, however, shows exactly what happens before the peaceful conclusion. In a rare and touching scene between the two, Hobbs extends the olive branch and finally acknowledges Shaw as his friend. It's definitely heartwarming to see the two put their differences aside, especially considering all they've been through in the Fast and Furious franchise. But it's not long before the two are at it again, arguing over which one of them is the sidekick. This video is brought to you by Hobbs & Shaw. Own it with over 80 minutes of bonus content, including an alternate opening and deleted scenes on digital October 15th, on Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD November 5th.